Hi, I am going to tell you about Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was one of the most influential presidents of America. He led the country during the American Civil War. He was called Honest Abe and Father Abraham. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in Kentucky to Thomas Lincoln and Nancy Lincoln. From a very young age, Lincoln took a keen interest in studies. For the most part, he was self-educated. Even though both his parents were illiterate and unschooled, they wanted the best for him. To support his family, Lincoln worked many odd jobs such as being a shopkeeper and a postmaster. Later he moved to politics. And at the age of 25 he won a seat in the Illinois legislature. One of the main reasons Lincoln entered the politics was because he was against slavery, which has spread to different regions in the U.S. He wanted to develop and expand the United States. His main focus was on commerce rather than agriculture. Before Lincoln became the president, he served in the Illinois state legislature for many terms. To understand the political ground, he studied law and successfully passed the bar examination in 1836. Later he worked as a lawyer for the state capital of Springfield. There he earned the name, Honest Abe. In 1845, he competed for a seat in U.S. Congress, which he won. Lincoln served as a congressman for one whole term. For his next election, he delivered the Peoria speech, in 1854. In this speech he addressed his abhorrence for slavery and talked about the equality of rights amongst people. For his Republican candidacy he spoke on anti-slavery and free soil. In 1858, Lincoln was chosen for the U.S. Senate. During this time began the famous Lincoln-Douglas debates, also known as the Great Debates of 1858. It was a series of 7 debates against the Democrat Stephen Douglas, mostly revolving around the issue of slavery. The year 1860 was quite a prosperous year for Lincoln. He fought for the seat of the President of the United States. Lincoln finally won the 1860 elections and became the president in 1861. He gained lots of support from the North and the West. But at that time, Southern states did not want Lincoln to be the president. They were against his policies. The South decided to remove itself from the Union and formed a separate nation called the Confederate States of America. Lincoln joined the office and the next year, he refused to accept the Confederacy and declared it illegal. Lincoln still stood strongly for free soil and slave-free states. This situation created the most deadly conflict in America's history. In 1861, the Civil War started, just a month after Lincoln joined the office. He took the help of the northern state armies to defeat the South. It soon turned into a bloody war which lasted for 4 years and millions of Americans lost their lives. But Lincoln still managed to hold the country together. In 1863, he announced the Emancipation Proclamation, an order that freed the slaves in the Confederate States. It also created an amendment, which released all slaves in the United States in the following years. Lincoln spent months to prepare the army and the country for emancipation. In a short time, around 3 million slaves were released from the Confederate regions. Those slaves were then absorbed into the military according to the policy that Lincoln has established. On April 9, 1865, the Civil War finally ended. During the war, many southern states were heavily destroyed and damaged. Lincoln wanted to help these states, but, sadly, he did not live long enough to see the country rebuild itself. Lincoln married Mary Todd on November 4, 1842. The couple had 4 sons. Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth during the screening of a play. He died on April 15, 1865, at the age of 56. Post-death his body was wrapped in the American flag. And he remained as one of the world's greatest leaders.